came here in 1986 to run it for myself in October. I signed the papers and I was owner of the Red Barn Incorporated. People come in here for the experience, more so than I think anything else. And they love the fact that somebody's actually taking the time to listen. Find that balance between doing what you love that isn't really work, that might pay the bills, and more importantly, can resonate with people and actually to some extent help people. That's pretty rewarding. Without my customers, I would be doing what I don't love, guaranteed.
Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening. This is our first ever, probably our first ever, public hearing on our annual budget. We're here tonight to answer any questions or concerns that any of you may have on any of the articles that were sent to you in the flyer.
You're doing the regular pieces too.
We're not going to do,
Well, it's a regular council meeting as well
I
as.
thought we was doing that after. No?
It doesn't matter, it's up to you.
Second. Okay. Well, then we will proceed with this. I will call this meeting to order. We have some public announcements tonight. Fairfield's annual town budget meeting will be held at the Community Center on Monday, May 14th, 2018 at 7 p.m. The MSAD number 49 annual school budget meeting will be held at the Lawrence Junior High School on Tuesday, May 15th, 2018 at 7 p.m. And the state primary election and MSAD 49 school budget validation referendum will be held at the Community Center on June 12th, 2018. Absentee voting is May 14th through June 7th, and details can be found at www.fairfieldme.com. And our second order of business is this public hearing. And I will call this public hearing open. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak, have questions, comments, or concerns on anything that was in the information on the articles that were sent to them in the mail? If you have any questions, please come up to the microphone and state your name.
How you doing, sir? My name is Adam Paul. I actually have a question pertaining to 31 Lawrence Avenue. It's the house beside the library.
Okay.
I was told that you guys were considering tearing that house down and turning it into a parking lot for the library. Is that correct?
Yes, that is under consideration.
Okay, and I guess my question would be is there any option for the sale of the property to benefit the community, or is it strictly, you're going to turn it into a parking lot, you're not going to consider the sale of the property? Because honestly, I'm interested in the property and I didn't know how go about learning more about it, I guess.
Okay. I don't think we had considered sale of the property. Was that offered at one time, Michelle?
It was part of a conversation that you had at one point in time.
Yes.
It's not anything that's currently addressed in the town meeting warrant or anything to do with what's going on with the public hearing. But if you wanted to come by the town office, we'd be more than happy to talk to you about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that would be perfect. Well,
Okay.
Thank you very much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Very well. Is there anyone else from the public that has any questions on our annual town budget articles? Any of them? Any questions at all? Any comments?
One comment, just for folks at home, if you're not here and you're not following along with the budget spreadsheets that we've provided, just as a note that the annual operating budget for the town this year is down by approximately $111,000. And that has to do with some various different pieces, but mostly some changes in how we handle solid waste, as well as a bond payment that has been paid off this year. Most of the budgets are within what they were in the last previous year. There's not anything large and outstanding, and no major changes are slated for this coming year. And certainly at any point in time before town meeting arrives, if anyone does have any questions and don't have them prepared for this evening, please contact us at the town office and we'll be more than happy to try to answer those for you. So, that's it.
Okay. Well, with that, I declare this public hearing.
Nope, got one more. Hi, Stuart Kinley is my name, resident of Fairfield. I have a general question. Is the tax base in Fairfield growing, declining, or stagnant?
Great question.
I'd like to move his comments to public comments, if with your permission, as well as potentially his question.
Okay,
It's still fine within this public hearing, though.
yes, that would.
It's still fine within this public hearing. So there's been a substantial amount of permits that were pulled this past year. I believe it was double the amount from last year, almost $6 million worth of permits were pulled. Some of that construction, though, is tax exempt property. So while there is a lot of construction happening here in town and there is growth here in town, it may not necessarily be taxable growth that's here. However, the construction of those types of structures do bring in people that use our resources and frequent our other businesses. So while you may go to the dialysis clinic, which doesn't actually pay any property taxes, you would stop in town and get gas or stop at one of the local stores or restaurants while that you are here. There are continue to be growth in various different locations. We've had a lot of folks who've come in that are interested in new commercial properties coming into town. Time will just tell. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
I actually have another question pertaining to Lawrence Avenue. Do you guys have a projected start date on that project? No, so it's, at this point, it's just talk?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
With that, I will declare the public hearing closed and move to our third order of business, public comments. Members of the public may speak to the council on any item or reserve the right to speak on a specific item that is on the meeting agenda when the item is addressed. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak on a specific item or address the council at this time? Seeing none.
Trying to make it easy
Thank you, Paul, appreciate that. Our fourth order of business, reports from staff and committees, our town manager's report.
So you have the monthly report that was sent to you this past Monday.
Yep.
I don't have any other updates for you. Anything else we'll be discussing as we continue further down through the agenda for this week. And the Economic Community Development Committee doesn't have anything to report out other than they did have a successful event at the Business to Business Showcase at Colby College. We reached out and spoke to a large number of folks, and hopefully it will lead to some additional commercial development here in town.
Very good, thank you. Let's see, our fifth order of business, to waive the reading of and accept the minutes as printed or amended from meeting number 2018-06 held on March 28th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed, abstained,
Aaron abstained.
one abstain. All right, our sixth order of business is treasurer's warrant. And here we have two of them. Warrant number 60, for the amount of $497,021.43. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Yep, be down there.
Way down there. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion carries. Warrant 61 for the amount of $249,500.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion carries. Our seventh order of business, take action on the following items of business. Item number 18-26, order that the town council hereby adopt updates to the town council administrative policy to include bonds, post-insurance compliance policy, in compliance with treasury regulations that apply to tax-exempt bonds.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. And these are...
It's a piece that came from the bond council for the fire truck.
Oh, right.
It came from the bond council directly, to go
Yep.
along with the new fire truck bond.
Yes.
It's just a change that's happened, in accounting principles since the last time that the town's done a bond, that's all. It's
Which
just
is
to update.
updating that,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. All right, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion carries. Item 18-27, order that the town council hereby approves the order for the 2018 general obligation bond with Skowhegan Savings Banks correlated to the purchase of the Ferrer commercial pumper fire truck.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion carries. Our eighth order of business is council workshop and other business. All right, discussion of council business. Courtney, do you have anything this evening?
Nope, nothing from me.
All set. Beverly?
Nothing from me either.
Aaron?
I just wanted to say that last week, or not last week, but last meeting, I wasn't here because I was at the county budget committee meeting. I'm pleased to say that the county budget committee approved a budget that will go to a public hearing next Wednesday, which sees only a 0.7% increase in the county budget. It should have a fairly minimal impact, if any, on the mill rate for Fairfield.
Excellent.
Thank you, Aaron. John?
I guess I can discuss, we've had this, they did approve this, in the House and the Senate, they approved the marijuana law bill, so it'll be coming back and then get solidified, but basically, the things that are important to the town, number one is that we would have to opt in order to have anybody be selling marijuana, which means that nobody can do it if the town does not opt in. The limit per person will be 3 plants, not 6. And there will be about a 23% tax on the marijuana instead of the 10%. There's quite a few other smaller things and stuff like that, but that was the primary stuff that could. Oh, and it is strictly forbidden any places.
Social clubs.
Social clubs that to sell to have marijuana and stuff, they're not gonna be allowed at all in the state.
Thank you, John.
So far, that's it.
That's it right now, all right. Thank you. And I do not have anything this evening. And with that, the next regular meeting of the Fairfield Town Council will be on Wednesday, April 25th, 2018. And we'll recess at this time and sign any documents that requires council signatures. I have a motion for recess?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second.